Class is in session. The Brofessor is in. What's happening, y'all? We are taking a look at the bargain bin. Welcome to the bargain bin. This one's a very interesting bargain bin because we have a lot of people that we can use and a lot of people that are going to be able to help with some damage. But here's a bargain bin where you are going to be needed, I think, sort of more than ever. And that has a lot to do with what this boss is bringing to the table. And by the time you get to level 23, you're going to have to break 170 yellow gems to defeat the shield that cannot and will not be affected by boss breakers. So you need to bring somebody. If you're not bringing the number 1, 2, 3, 4 guy that I listed in the other videos, check out my other video if you haven't seen that one yet. Please be sure to bring somebody that is going to either break the shield or is going to unfreeze your team. But don't forget that this is a global damage per MP. So if you or any of your teammates has a black MP at the end of the turn, then everybody is KO'd and gone, and you lose. So don't be that person, especially if you cannot win on turn 1. That's my advice, but live your lives the way that you want to. All right, let's bro. Who's in the bargain bin? I put him in the other video because I think he's going to be good, but I think he's more bargain bin, I think, than anything else. So William Regal, if you have him. Oh, this also goes without saying. Anybody that you can attach a Piper plate to or a Pyro plate to is going to do well in this. Anybody that you can effectively get the Cody plate, which is the Sheriff's badge plate to, that is the one that where you break 15 red and you get 30 yellows. That is something that you're going to want to take advantage of as well. So I'll say that at the top. And that's why I think William Regal's going to do good. He's going to hit for a couple hundred million, every cycle. So Regal is one that we're going to look at that's going to do some damage. But I think probably one of the better ones in this category of focused is actually going to be Rosie. And I think Rosie's ability to turn a bunch of leech into yellow gems also makes pyro gems. Also has the ability to use a couple of different plates at the same time. So his very own plate, I have it here somewhere, which whenever you make these leech gems, you are going to increase your purple and yellow gems. And yellow gems is the big one. So yellow gem damage there. And I did say the pyro plate, the Piper's plate, that whenever we make 4 or more pyros, we are going to increase our yellow gem damage by 500%. So the ability to use one or both of those on Rosie makes him a very special case in this one, who's probably going to do a ton of damage that way. Next on the list, somebody that I think who can help out is Shinsuke Nakamura. I think you're going to be able to break a bunch of yellow gems and not much more with that. Although he can make extra damage per yellow gem, which is why I think he's another interesting pick. Maybe not as good as Rosie, but maybe as good as Bill Rieger, just in this regard, of course. And last but not least, there was, and I don't think it was he. Was it Logan? Was it Grayson? I don't want to call him Logan. He will break yellow gems with his finisher, but I don't believe he does much else with that. Oh, he does have pyro gems, but mostly multiply gems. No, it wasn't Grayson Waller. I'm sure it'll come to me later, but we don't want to leave you on the screen when we obviously think you're going to be better for it. In the aggressive category, in terms of people you can put in there, Hall of Fame, oh yeah, snap it to a Slim Jim, Randy Savage. He's going to be someone who does make a lot of yellow gems, so he's going to be able to do that. Pretty low charge, although putting out multiply gems might be a good thing, only in that just because they don't do damage, they still get your MP back faster than normal, so that might be something to think about. And some of you actually might have the Hall of Fame Lawler up even higher. So Lawler does do extra damage for reinforced gems, so you can use his gears, if you have them, to help with reinforced gem damage. He does make a bunch of them into yellow gems, so you'll have an easy time he recycles well. He's just not going to hit super hard, but somebody that you could put into this category. Oh, what I did not mention is that for boss breakers, Ooh, I didn't want to level it. I actually wanted to equip it. This is the one that you're going to want to use for this boss battle as Hell Freeze is over. If you've got a level 10, that is the best one. It's going to unfreeze all the moves at the battle. That's really what you need it for. So make sure you level that one up as best you can, at least for this boss battle. If you are bringing in somebody over here, our boss isn't going to heal itself this time around, and neutralize isn't really going to help. I usually suggest bringing in neutralize. This time it looks like it's time, and that might be the best one to bring in for this category right here. Somebody else you can think about in this aggressive category that everybody has, and if you've taken him up, you can think about a zombie Damian Priest, somebody else who does not have a power gem move that is black, but it is actually blue, and you can probably run him triple blue if you have him 6-star. The bite increases power gems, so that's something to think through as you want somebody who can swipe and go. Switching over to the aggressive category, I'm really liking Captain Lou Albano, and I'm liking him because he's got a triple yellow move set. You get to increase in so stackable damage for your yellow gems, 28 into yellow, and it just continues to reload itself. Great for the shield, great for actually doing some damage. Although not going to do as much damage as quickly, somebody you can bring in is Hall of Fame Sergeant Slaughter. And Slaughter has got himself power gem moves that are not black. He also has an increase move as well too. So over time, it'll get more and more powerful. So there's somebody that you can bring in if you expect a longer boss battle in itself. And I believe one of his gears, so one of his gears does power gems do 15% more per attack. Obviously not huge numbers now, bigger when he first came out, but somebody else you can think of in this category. And pardon the editing, but the last one in this category would actually be The Rock, who would actually make a whole bunch of X-Break into yellow gems themselves. Bonus damage for X-Break, which isn't going to help us here, but having a yellow sub, so it'll reload itself. So not the best one for this, but somebody who's going to make a lot of yellow gems as well could be The Rock in that category. Never mind Lex Luger sitting here. His yellow gem move, or yellow gem increase move is a black move, and we don't need any of that. In this category, some of the better ones to use, of course, is going to be Apollo Creed. Apollo Creed using Pyros. He's basically would only be using 2 moves for him. This would be just a filler move. You don't want to use any of his black moves because they create no help for us in that sense. So you would be able to use a Pyro plate for him and allow him to get you lots of yellows with those moves right there. Also in this category, making yellow, there was one other person. Hold on. Who am I missing? Definitely wasn't you. I feel like there was somebody else that we had talked about. Maybe it was just Apollo making all them yellows. There we go. I found that it was actually LA Knight. Yeah, LA Knight is, he also has a Pyro move. You'll get damage for the Pyro, but that we don't need. We just need to make a whole bunch of yellow MP, and he's actually able to do that. So that would be somebody else that you can use in this boss battle. All right, that's the bargain bin. I'm sure I've missed a lot of people, but that'll give you a good sense of sort of what to look for in making your decision. And of course, whoever you got at the highest that can do the damage and help out your team and help your team with any of this is obviously who you're going to bring. But if you can also help with a little bit of this, you should definitely go do some. Hopefully the bargain bin has helped you out. Put in the comments if I missed anything. Be sure to check out the top 4 video as well too. Brofessor out.